We are Group 1 Subgroup 5 and we are presenting on one of the famous and indigenous Ghanaian local game called Antoakyire. Antoakyire is one of the numerous Ghanaian local games which is usually played by the energetic people in Ghana. The game can be played by both genders. Antoakyire originated from the Ashanti people of Ghana. The name of the game is in the local dialect. Antoakyire simply means it has not been dropped behind you. The game is now played around all the regions in the country and even beyond. Unlike other games such as Ludo, Owari, and Dummy, which is restricted by a maximum number of players, Antoakyire does not stipulate the maximum number of persons to engage in the game. In fact, Antoakyire becomes more interesting as the number of participants increases. Materials used in playing Antoakyire are any solid material, such as polythene bag and a sack partially filled with sand is usually used. It should be noted that the material in use is the one which does not make noise when it is dropped. How the game is played. Participants will squat and form a cyclic shape facing each other. After everything is set, the game now begins. One of the participants will take the material and start to jog around the cyclic shape formed by the remaining participant and sings the song below.
Antoakyire, Antoakyire, yay, Obi bo, yay, Obi wana se obeda, Obi baby, Obi baby, Obi baby.
This song is repeated. The person jogging around the perimeter of the cyclic shape will drop the material behind one person, and it continues. If the person notices that the material has been dropped behind him or her, he or she picks it up and also go through a similar process by singing and jogging, and will be replaced by the person who dropped the material. On the other hand, if the person is unable to notice that the material has been dropped behind him or her, the person who dropped it will make another revolution and notify that person by hitting the person at the back. The person then picks the material and again continue. The video up next will give our cheerful viewers a vivid description of how Antoakyire is played. Why do we play the game? We simply play the game to promote socialization, to preserve customs and traditions of the society, and to educate the participants. Mathematical concept that can be derived from Antoakyire. Firstly, we have probability. Assuming 9 people are playing, the probability of each person thinking the material will be dropped at his or her back will be let S is equal to number of possible outcomes. Let T is equal to material being dropped at the back. Number of X is equal to 9 and number of T is equal to 1. Probability of T will be number of T over number of X, and it is equal to 1 over 9, which is equal to 0.9. Secondly, we have shapes and space in Antoakyire. Shapes and space are important concepts in mathematics. Members are being grouped in a circular form, which shows an idea of the shape of a circle. And also, if a participant do not leave the circle, the odd moderator will not get a space to fit into the circle according to the rules of the game. Thirdly, we have angles in Antoakyire. Participants sit in a circular form. This brings about an idea of angles, since an imaginary circle has an angle of 360 degrees, that is, angle formed at a point. Also, as the moderator moves around the circle, the length of the arc he or she will make can also be known or calculated as arc length is equal to theta over 360 times 2 pi r, where theta is equal to angle formed by the moderator, r is equal to radius of the circle formed, and pi is equal to the constant. Thirdly, we have revolutions in Antoakyire. As the participants move around the circle form, an idea of revolutions is acquired. If the person goes around the circle 6 times per minute, the total angle formed can be calculated as 1 revolution is equal to 360 degrees. Then 6 revolutions will be equal to 360 degrees times 6, which is equal to 2160 degrees. Fourthly, we have variations in Antoakyire. In this game, the number of participants is directly proportional to the size of the circle. As the number of participants increases, the size of the circle, as well as the diameter and circumference, also increases, indicating the concept of direct variation. Consider the figure below. Lastly, we have rigid motion in Antoakyire. In this game, the moderator, who moves around the circle, can move in 2 different directions, that is, clockwise direction and anti-clockwise or counterclockwise direction, indicating the concept of rotations in rigid motion.